Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Saturday the 18th of June 2022. Well, it's all kicked off today. No, we haven't signed anyone, but there are talks of offers being made. So what is happening? So this is from footballleagueworld.co.uk, and this is just one of the many write-ups of a little tip that came out, and we'll get onto that later. Millwall targeting double transfer deal, including 1.5 million agreement. But Millwall have made a 1.5 million offer to Aberdeen for midfielder Lewis Ferguson, and are keen on striking a fresh loan agreement for Stoke City forward Afobe, according to journalist John Percy. 22-year-old Ferguson scored a remarkable 16 goals and recorded 1 assist in 45 competitive appearances for the Scottish Premier side last term, shining both domestically and in Europe during their Conference League qualifying games. Able to operate both in central midfield and a more advanced role, he could potentially come in as a replacement for Luke Freeman, who returned to Sheffield United on the expiration of his loan spell, and Shea Ojo went back to Liverpool, making the attacking midfield position one they desperately need to strengthen. And the forward position also needs addressing, with Oliver Burke and other players who've gone back to Bramall Lane, and a fellow ex-loanee in Afobe is one player that remains on the radar following a successful spell at the Den, recording 12 goals in 38 league appearances. He was one of the line's best attacking assets last term and played a considerable part in helping the London-based outfit to mount a challenge for the playoffs against the odds. Percy also confirmed Jed Wallace has been offered fresh terms to remain in the English capital, though it's currently unclear whether he will put pen to paper with interest from other clubs, including West Bromwich Albion. The verdict: considering his goal scoring record last term, this would be a real coup if they were able to bring Ferguson for a reasonably modest 1.5 million fee, money that they are able to fork out because they haven't overspent in recent years. At 22 as well, he will surely only get better and with Wallace potentially leaving this summer, they need someone else who can come in and contribute in front of goal. So he would be the ideal addition to come in and would probably slot in seamlessly as an effective advanced midfielder, remaining strong at the back for most of that campaign. They desperately need more firepower, so bringing in both Ferguson and Afobe could be massive for Garrett's side, who will be keen to challenge for the top end of the table again. Stoke forward was a big success last term, with the Potters potentially wanting to get a chunk of his wages off the bill. They may be able to come to a mutually beneficial agreement with their league rivals for his services. If they can get these two deals over the line and Wallace stays, they may only need one more prolific forward to force their way into the top 6, so it's a potentially exciting time for Millwall supporters. Indeed. So, what was the actual source? The very first posting of what has come out now. So, this is from John Percy. Now, who is John Percy? He is the Midlands reporter for the Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph. And when I say Midlands reporter, that's English Midlands, not Scottish Midlands. Millwall have made a £1.5 million bid for highly rated Aberdeen FC midfielder Lewis Ferguson, 22. Millwall also hopeful of re-signing Afobe on loan from Stoke and have offered Jed Wallace a new contract. Is that a new contract? So we've offered him a new contract. So we've improved the one that we offered him before, or is that what that suggests? So okay, Afobe on loan from Stoke. We're hopeful. Now here's the thing. Like I said, this guy is the reporter for the Midlands, English Midlands, not Scottish Midlands. So why is he talking about Millwall and Aberdeen? And you can see from the replies below. How about some Villa news? How about some West Brom news? Like, why is he talking about Millwall and Aberdeen? Now, here's the thing. Which clubs are in the Midlands? One club that is in the Midlands is Derby County. And where has Gary Rowett spent quite a bit of time? Where does he live? And where has he spent most of his managerial career? In the Midlands, at Stoke, at Birmingham, at Burton, at Derby County. Is this been put out to calm the troubled Millwall fans, because we're all kind of getting a bit antsy, we're getting a bit agitated. I mean, pre-season, it's literally Wednesday now. They come back to training, pre-season on Wednesday. Literally, you've got 3 more days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's back to school. It's back to work. So we're all getting a bit agitated. So has this been put out via one of Garrett's buddies in the media to calm us down? And especially the Afobe thing. Was yesterday, if you saw the video yesterday, Watford are interested in him now. Because their new manager was a coach when Afobe was at Wolves, and he saw what Bennett did for us last season, and he thinks, okay, we'll bring him into Wolves, someone solid, championship quality, knows the league in and out, can be a bit of a older head for the younger players, someone who conducts himself well. I mean, I thought Afobe's his attitude, the way he was speaking in interviews, just exemplary. Like proper professional footballer, not messing around, just getting business done, doing the business. So this 1.5, this we're going to talk about a 1.5 million bid now. So this is from news@den.co.uk. This has literally lit up, blown up everywhere. There are stories in the Daily Record, Aberdeen papers, other papers, all Scottish Express, Scottish Sunday Express. It's all over because this guy, Lewis Ferguson, is a Scotland international, and he's one of the better players in Scottish football at the moment. So this is from news@den.co.uk. What have we got on this story? So everything we know about Mill's latest target. So Millwall are looking to sign Lewis Ferguson from Aberdeen. Midlands Football Reporter, yeah, I've just shown you that. Yeah. Ferguson's agent, Bill McMurdo, told the Daily Mail that the club were obstructing his progress and have let the player down after rejecting his transfer request. So he put in a request. He wanted to leave, and he handed in his request, which, I don't know if you noticed, when they do that, it means they're not entitled to any certain financial payments, some bonuses and whatever. It means you just leave, you want to go. Because if the club sell you and you don't really want to go, you can then put in a joining fee and all this. You put barriers in place and say, well, chuck some money my way and I'll do it. But if you're not, then I want to stay. But he put in the request, so he's like, yeah, I just want to leave, mate. And they apparently turned down a 2 million bid from Premier League side Watford in May 2021. So this was last summer, which is a bit lucky he didn't go there because he would have been relegated anyway. So McMurdo also claimed that Aberdeen had made a verbal agreement to not stand in the player's way. The Premier League team were interested in him, but the club refused to give interested parties a selling price for the 22-year-old. Well, here's the thing. Verbal agreements, if it's not written down, it's not worth fuck all. With his contract running until 2024, the Scottish club have the upper hand in any negotiations, given that they've previously rejected offers higher than that of Millwall's. There are doubts as to whether the Lions' bid will be considered. Aberdeen boss Jim Goodwin told Football Scotland that everybody has a valuation and that the club won't sell anybody on the cheap. McMurdo confirmed that Ferguson had previously met with representatives from Italiano outfit Calgary, who scouted the midfielder for 18 months. In March, the Sardinian side were reportedly considering a bid of 3.5 million, seeing the Scottish International as a ready-made replacement for one-to-make midfielder Nathan Nandez. However, their recent relegation from Serie A may complicate a potential deal. McMurdo has previously said that Ferguson's ambition was to play in the Premier League, which may affect a move to Watford or Millwall, who both play in the second tier. On the other hand, Championship winners Fulham, who have been linked with a move for Ferguson in the past, might be encouraged to firm up a bid for the midfielder, while both Celtic and Rangers reportedly remain interested and can both offer European football. Ferguson is very highly rated in Scotland, scoring 16 goals for midfield in the side that struggled massively last season, finishing 10th. He found the back of the net 37 times in all competitions across his 4 seasons so far at Aberdeen, with his form being rewarded with a call-up to the Scottish national team in September 2021. The midfielder has played European football in the past and is perhaps best remembered for scoring an incredible bicycle kick against Burnley in the Europa League in 2018-19. The following season, he won the SFWA Young Player of the Year award. At 5'11", Ferguson has a real presence in the middle of the park. He's a box-to-box midfielder whose defensive numbers are impressive, ranking highly for aerial duels and defensive duels success percentage. Despite playing in a double pivot in a 4-2-3-1 formation for Aberdeen, he truly shines in the final third of the pitch with a staggeringly high expected goals ratio. He takes a high number of touches in the opposition box, makes a lot of progressive runs from midfield. Blah blah blah. Why is he saying that? Because he's basically got this graphic and he's translating it into words. So this is from Foreseeable. That's a punning title there. Foreseeable. Millwall have bid 1.5 million for Lewis Ferguson. Think he'll be close to 3 million, but a massive coup if they do pull it off. Top box-to-box central midfielder who can score 2. That's nearly all you'll want from a central midfielder. And they have this graphic here, and it's got his percentile rank. And in attacking ability, he's one of the best players in the Scottish Premier League. That black dotted line is the average, and he is well above the average in terms of attacking play. Just defensively and possession wise, there are a few things that don't match up, but attacking wise, he's one of the best in terms of expected goals, shots, and offensive duel success. He's outstanding. So while Millwall may need to improve their 1.5 million offer, Ferguson will fill a major gap in the Lions squad. Garrett has a number of defensive midfielders in his squad, but is lacking a creative force in the centre of the park. It's likely part of the reason why their attacking output was so low last season. It would also raise some questions about what formation Rout wants to utilise next season. If he sticks with a 5-2-3-1, Billy Mitchell or George Saville would likely have to drop out of the team, which would be incredibly harsh on either of them given their impressive contributions last season. Alternatively, the Lions could move to a 4-3-3, playing Ferguson alongside Mitchell and Saville in a flat midfield 3, but they might have to sacrifice their incredible defensive record as a result. Signing Ferguson would be a major statement of intent from Millwall, but regardless of whether they get him in or not, it shows that the club are active in the transfer market and working hard to fill their gaps in the squad. Indeed, is that the reason why it was leaked out? Why it was published by this John Percy? Because it shows that the club are active in the transfer market and working hard to fill the gaps in their squad. It's calming every Millwall fan down, because they say, look, we are trying to do some things. We bid 1.5 million for a player that had offers of 2 million and 3 million for him. And you're like, come on. But here's the thing, like, that was last year. He's got 1 year left on his contract, so the money goes down. Also, as well as, how is the deal structured? So Watford might have offered 2 million, but it might have been 1 million in cash, and the rest is if he does this, if we stay up, all this and blah 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 blah. Then you get these bonuses. So but if we're offering 1.5 million straight, if we're offering it to them, literally, give us your bank details, we'll Venmo it over straight away. Or you've got someone who's saying, well, we'll give you this much now, we'll give you this much later. If we stay up, we'll give you this much. And if we go down, like, keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? So that's why, if we go in with these lower offers, that you're not really seeing, it looks like it's fucking retarded to come in with a lower offer. But if it's all money up front, that's not that bad. That might be better than getting quotes 2 million offer, where it's actually 1 million and everything else is conditional. And what if, like, so if he plays in a certain number of games, you'll get a certain money, but the club's starting to go broke. We've seen this before. Once he looks like he's going to get that target and trigger the payout, they just stop playing him. They put him on the bench. They don't play him, and that's clubs have been doing that all the while, and it's not good to be in that situation. So we'll see. We will see. So this is from newsatden.co.uk. This is more about the bid. Just a bit more things. Ferguson joined the Dons from Hamilton Academicals in 2018, going on to make 132 appearances in the Scottish Premiership over 4 years, scoring 27 goals. He finished last season as Aberdeen's top scorer, finding the back of the net 11 times in 37 games from midfield. The transfer, should it go through, will make Ferguson one of Millwall's most expensive signings in the club's history. Indeed. Yeah, so there you have it. And like I said, this is all over. This is from skysports.com, and it's about Millwall makes £1.5 million bid for Aberdeen midfielder. All over the shop. The Sky Sports News understands the offer is well below the Don's valuation of the Scotland international. He's attracting interest from clubs in Serie A as well as England's Premier League and Championship. And in January, Sky in Italy reported Calgary had an approach knocked back by Aberdeen for the player. The Italian club wanted to take Ferguson on loan until the summer with an obligation to buy for 3.5 million if they avoided relegation from Serie A. So they wanted to take him on loan, see if he fit in over there, try before you buy, and then have the fixed price that would go through if they stayed up. And Aberdeen will be live on opening day at Celtic away, so that's on July 31st, but we don't really care about that. So who is this guy? Who is he? So this is from whoscored.com. We're going to look at some of the numbers of it. This is the Scottish Premiership, and it's the ratings from whoscored.com. And the highest rated player from last season in the Scottish Premiership was a player called James Tavernier for Rangers, a right back it seems. He got 8 man of matches. He's got a rating of 7.68. So where is this Lewis Ferguson? He's supposed to be really, really good. Where is he? He's not in the top 10. So let's see where he is. And there he is. He is 14th. He was the 14th best player according to this website in the Scottish Premiership last season. He started 31 games, 2,781 minutes, scoring 9 goals, 1 assist, 11 yellow cards, which is quite a few yellow cards there. Shots per game 3.3. That seems really high. So he does a lot of shot. No wonder he's scoring a lot. Possession success, pass success of 81.1, and aerials 1 of 2.8 per game. Man and match 4 and a rating of 7.12. So I want to just have a rank. Let's rank that shots per game. He has He has the second most shots per game average in the league last season, behind players close to players such as Kevin Nisbet and Alfredo Morelos. So wow, okay, no wonder he scored so many goals if he is shooting 3.3 times per game. Will he be able to do that in the Championship? Will he have the time and space to do that? I don't know. It is a step up from the Scottish Premiership to the Championship. A lot of Scottish fans will probably try and style it out and say it isn't. Yeah, it really is. I mean, you've got players that have come from the Championship playing for Rangers a lot, and some for the other teams in the league as well, and they're doing pretty well. So you would see probably set the level of Celtic and Rangers as at the top of the Championship, bottom of the Premier League, and you set the level for the rest of the Scottish Premiership as probably bottom of the Championship, top of League One, to be honest with you. But we'll see. So let's have a look at this guy's games last season. He wears shirt number 19. His birthday is in August, so he will be 23 years old this year, in a couple of months. These are all of his games from last season. He played in the Conference League, UEFA Conference League, against Karabag, against Haken. He generally plays 90 minutes. He played 20 minutes in their cup game that they lost, the Wraith Rovers. And you can see his ratings quite high. He has very few dips, very few poor games. He had 5.69 against St Mirren, 3-2 loss, and he had a bad one down. So he's from that game, his scores have been pretty decent. Then all the way down in April, in a 1-0 home defeat to Ross County, he had a 6.11. But you can see 8.27 scoring a goal, getting man of the match. 8.04 scoring a goal, getting the man of the match. 7.8 getting a goal. 8.71 getting man of the match, not scoring no. 8.21 scoring, getting man of the match. So, but he does love a yellow card, doesn't he? Which I think may endear him to the Millwall fans if he does like to get stuck in. That would be good for us. But you can see here as well his games for Scotland. He has been playing for Scotland last season against Armenia, against Austria, earlier on in the World Cup qualifiers. He had a very small amount of time on the pitch against Denmark, but still got a rating of 6. I don't know how he done that. And against Austria, had 2 minutes on the pitch, got a rating of 6.04. So, but like you say, he does seem to be a very good player, a very good attacking player. Knows when a goal is and likes to have a shot. And but like I'm saying, why is this guy who's a Midlands reporter for the Telegraph talking about Millwall and Aberdeen? Very, very weird. Maybe it's subterfuge, distraction, like a magician. Look at this, look at this, look at this, while Millwall do other business somewhere else. We will see. It's very interesting, isn't it? So we've literally got two working days. We've got Sunday and then we've got Monday and Tuesday before they come back to pre-season training on Wednesday. Will we be signing any players? I don't know, but when I do, I'll make a video about it. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.